Hola, hola a todos los youtubers random que se pasan por este buen video. Como dije, bueno, no lo dije, lo dejé en la descripción del video anterior, el de los anuncios. Dije que iba a jugar este juego misterioso llamado The Stanley Parable, o en español la parábola de Stanley, que se hizo bastante popular últimamente. Así que empecemos al tiro porque al no sé, estoy impaciente por jugar. Jugué el comienzo nomás, así que ya jugué como hasta la elección de las dos puertas. Vamos a checar cómo es esta cosa, ya vi la intro. Stanley es un tipo random, otra vez, que su trabajo es presionar botones en una sala, en un computador. Presionar un simple botón. Así que adelantemos la intro. Sí, esto lo cacho. El último avancé al tiro nomás, así que ahora no, ahora vamos a ir examinando todo nomás. Nada, nada, nada. No. Teclado, no. Agáchate, se puede agachar, buena. ¿Ah?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
No, sí puedo.
He had to
No.
make a decision. What if a crucial outcome fell his responsibility? He had never been trained for that.
No, 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 sí quería, sí quería,
This
sí
couldn't
quería.
go anywhere
No.
except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to
Déjame. Mentira, no estoy pensando eso.
nothing will break me. In here I
No.
can be happy
No.
forever.
No, déjame salir. Déjame salir.
Hours passed.
No, puta la lecera.
Had years gone
Pero
by,
qué
he
miércoles.
no longer had the ability to tell. But the
¿Cómo
one
que la...?
thing he knew for sure
Claro que sé pensar.
was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
No, mentira, tengo que buscarlas yo. Déjame salir, perra.
Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be
Déjame.
He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
Ajá.
Here it comes.
Ah, no sé qué acaba de pasar, sinceramente. Tos de nuevo. ¿Qué acaba de pasar? Esto es uno de esos finales. Y me dice... Me dijeron que este juego no termina nunca porque siempre te devuelven al inicio, pero... Ok, ya examiné todo. Salgamos de la puerta sin tocar la puerta.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
¿Qué podría ser?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah,
No
buena.
matter how hard
Apago el PC
Stanley
desde
looked,
lejos.
he
Soy
couldn't
bacán.
find a trace of his co-workers.
Nada, 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 nada. Teléfono, teléfono. Aló, aló, aló.
Stanley
No.
went around touching every little thing in the office,
Exacto.
but it didn't make a single difference.
No.
Nor did it advance the story in any way.
Chuta. No hay nada afuera. Puta, no se ve nada. Naturaleza, algo. Ciudad. Otro PC. A ver si es que lo apagamos de lejos. Ah, soy bacán. Lo apago con la mirada. Puerta. No. Awaiting input. A ver. Oh. Desde lejos, a ver, desde lejos. Ah, que soy genial. Ya avancemos mejor. Y nada, nada. ¿Teléfono? No. ¿Puerta? No. Puerta, puerta, puerta. 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 No. No hay nada al parecer. Hasta aquí llegué yo.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Te gustaría narrador maraco, y por eso miré por esto.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Exacto.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Claro que
Perhaps
lo
he
sé.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Sí, sí. Puerta, puerta, puerta. No. Puerta. Tampoco. Más puertas. Ay, ay, ay.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness
Con
Stanley
muchos
had
papeles en
taken
el
this
suelo,
detour
tazas.
on
¿Por qué
his way
tanto?
to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
No. ¿Qué onda con el narrador en todo caso ahora? Ah, parece que...
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
¿Lo vale?
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
¿Lo vale? En ese caso podría quedarme aquí. ¿Por qué no? Podría sentarme. ¿No puedo saltar? No, no. Voy a simular sentarme. Y
At
me
this
senté.
point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy
No,
and
no lo es.
reflected poorly on his overall personality.
No.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
¿Por qué me tenías miedo? No, no creo. No es por eso. No debe ser por eso.
Stanley sat
Bebida.
around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Ah. ¿Es posible que ahí se haya roto la cuarta muralla? Te parece bueno, avancemos.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his
Sí,
left
era
to
hermosa.
get back to business.
No, espera, no, quiero volver a la hermosa habitación, déjame volver. Oh. Te gusta. Nah. No me fijé en dónde tenía que ir, así que da lo mismo.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's
Luego me equivoqué.
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Es porque mi trabajo era presionar botones, no dirigirme a los lugares.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize
Eres el narrador, ¿cómo es que me estás hablando?
someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Ah,
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
¿ya?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
The fuck?
She's been waiting.
¿De qué cosas raras del mundo estáis hablando? Y mágicamente... ok. Cajas. Nada, nada. Ay, sala oscura no me gusta. No me gusta, no me gusta, puta. ¿No hay otro camino? Ay, mírcale.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
No, me voy. Adiós. Ah. No. Puta. No. No. No hay otra cosa que pueda hacer. Mira lo demás, mira lo demás, mira lo demás. Teléfono. No, no puede ser así. Espera, debe haber algo aquí, algo minúsculo. Minúsculo. Algo más. Ay.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Sí,
that
sí lo
wasn't
hice.
supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? Actually, chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible.
Pues claro que lo es,
Double
perra.
check.
Ah.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
¿Qué cosa?
You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
¿Ah?
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well,
no.
I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
No quiero verlo, sea lo que sea.
Choice. It's the best part of
the
being
fuck?
a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice.
Hola, Steven.
He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself
Obviamente que eso es cierto.
who does not make
2 más
sense,
4
in all
es
likelihood,
pescado.
that person is not
Todo el mundo lo sabe.
Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, my goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a bad sack and crack.
No te entiendo, lo entiendo a medias. Práctica. No. ¿Se quedó pegado, parece? Hola. Hola. No sé qué hacer. No sé qué hacer. 5, 6, 7, 9.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
No entendí.
Most medical professionals
¿Qué acabo de
recommend
hacer?
making at
Solamente
least 8
números.
choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
¿Tengo opción realmente ahora? Ay, ay, ay. No, ahora sí quiero agarrar el teléfono. ¿Teléfono? 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 Ah, bueno. Peligro everywhere. Cualquier parte. Ok. Vamos.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we
Momento,
can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
Y eso está bien para
We
mí.
just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
No comprendo mucho. En parte. Puertas que se abren solas. It's magic. Ah, sí, puedo regresar a la super sala. Sí.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Corrección, ya si me estás hablando a mí, ya estoy libre en mi casita, calentito. Y lo que le pasa a Stanley me importa un bledo.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That
Okay.
means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Debería.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Pero ¿por qué me das a elegir entonces la derecha? Ah, claro, elección. Pero... ¿qué pasa si me equivoco a propósito otra vez? Ñaca. Otra vez, a equivocarme.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
¿Qué carajismo cervical? ¿Puerta? No, la super sala. No, la super sala está muerta. No. Descanse en paz. Bueno, ahora sí estoy obligado a volver. Ah, bueno. Ganaste, viejo narrador desgraciado. What?
Ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work.
¿Y?
Why? For what? What did you get out of that?
Era
What did you
divertido.
think was so special about seeing the game undone?
Porque es
There came
divertido.
out so much garbage. It's worthless now.
Y es
And what am
chistoso.
I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll
Podría
have to
crear
live
algo
with it
nuevo.
forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do?
Empieza de nuevo.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Sí.
I have to.
Ah, qué miércoles. ¿Qué pasó? Oh. Oh, qué miércoles. ¿Qué pasa? Oh.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever.
Yo no soy listo,
Now
soy
look
yo.
where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Tú lo pagaste,
What,
idiota.
did you think that would be funny?
Sí.
You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Ay, cálmese.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
No, soy joven, tengo 18 años.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious.
¿En serio?
It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
¿Qué eso? ¿Qué?
Is behave exactly as Stanley would.
Ah.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Lo devolvió a la parte, a
Stanley
esta
came
parte,
to a
ya.
set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Ah, más tosco. Un momento, pero me devolvió hasta el comienzo o después de mandarme la lección. Bueno, hay una forma de descubrirlo.
No!
Oh.
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly
Okay, estoy
and
obligado a ir a la
always
izquierda
putting
esta
the
vez.
story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Está bien. Bueno, tú ganáis. Ya, voy a la izquierda. Voy. Como que aparezca todo destruido de nuevo. No, a ver. No, todo está bien.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Ok, supongo.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ok. Vamos. Puerta. No. ¿Puerta? No. ¿Qué para acá? Secretaria. Ese misterioso. No. Agua, agua, quiero agua, quiero agua.
Stepping inside his manager's
Okay.
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Okay.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a
esa
voice
imagen
receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions.
¿En serio?
And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had
Sí,
been
cuánto
trained never to
esperaba ya.
speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Wow. Pues el jefe de Stanley tiene unos gustos.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver right there on the wall.
Más te gustaría, narrador, ¿cierto? Te gustaría, te gustaría. No, voy a
I'm
admirar
sorry, is there a
esto.
problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
No, escuché.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Pues no, no quiero avanzar. Por joderte la pita a ti, narrador.
Okay, fine. You're
No,
not going to do it.
no, no
But
lo
you
voy a
know
hacer.
what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously.
No, mentira, él solo dice lo que tú dices.
What I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there.
Uy,
Why did you come this way?
se está enojando.
Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
No soy cobarde. Ah,
Stanley came to a set of two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
va. ¿Va? Es Stanley. Hola, Stanley.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
¿Dónde estoy? Estoy sobre el techo, pero esa.
I need you to make a choice.
¿Ah?
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me?
¿Ah?
Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important.
Ok, este al parecer es uno de los finales, muchos finales.
It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Pobre narrador.
It's all right.
Nadie avanzará con tu historia.
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Ok. Tómate todo el tiempo. No te elijas nunca. Muajajaja, no elijas nunca, perra. Si no me equivoco, ahora pasa lo que me habían dicho. El juego vuelve a empezar. Lo que no sé es que si hay un final verdadero o crucial, un final que termine el juego y te diga, no sé, o algo como este es el final y te cierra el juego y te tira el menú principal o algo como eso. Eso no sé, pues me dijeron que tiene múltiples finales. Y aquí estamos de nuevo en el comienzo. Bueno, para un final faltan no sé cuántitos finales.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Pero no hay nada nuevo. Oh. Shh. Apagando computadores desde lejos como todo un pro. Parece que no hay caso si... Creo que voy a terminar ahí la grabación. A ver, vamos a ver si es que me dice algo si me quedo quieto aquí. A ver.
When Stanley came
Y
to
ahí,
a set
quedémonos
of two
quietos.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, no me voy a mover. No me moveré. No me moveré. No me moveré. Jódete, narrador. No, ya debió haber hablado el narrador si hubiera querido. Si hubiera pasado algo. Bueno, creo que después de terminarlo hasta ahí, dejarlo hasta ahí, ya creo que lleva bastante tiempo. Gracias por ver este video. Yo creo que van a haber más videos de este juego. Voy a tratar de sacar los otros finales. Y eso sería todo. Y muerta el narrador que me cayó mal. Adiós, Dercus se va.